Hi guys, welcome back to London. Tonight I have an announcement to make. Now I know what you're thinking. When YouTubers make announcements, it's normally one of two types. A big announcement or an exciting announcement. Big announcements mean we've got some new t-shirts or some other tat to sell you. Exciting announcements mean we've done a brand deal and everyone's excited to earn a big pile of cash. But this is neither. So let's call it a phenomenal announcement. So I thought I'd start tonight at one of London's most famous landmarks. Instantly recognisable, the London Eye. Has no relevance to what we're doing, just looks cool. So, what is my phenomenal announcement? Christmas is coming. It's coming to London. It's coming to this channel, and it's coming tonight. Tonight, London's Oxford Street will be switching on this year's Christmas lights. So I thought we'd go and check out this year's Christmas decorations and lights. And along the way, it's pretty cold tonight in London. I'm quite hungry, so I thought we'd stop off briefly, get something to eat and something warm to drink. Now, with this being one of the first major festive events in town, the Christmas markets that will eventually line the South Bank and other parts of town haven't yet finished construction. They will in the next few days, certainly the next few weeks. There are ice rinks already under construction. Christmas markets, shops are pretty full of stuff already. But yeah, we're going to have to improvise on festive food and drink. So one of the key food groups that will be available at the Christmas markets are German Bratwurst sausages. And I know somewhere where we can get them all year round. Herman Ze German. So I'm going to quickly stop off at Herman Ze German and get something to eat. And then, now if you've watched a few of my other vlogs, you know I normally go for coffee. We'll go to they serve coffee, but we'll get some hot chocolate. That's if they have some left. It's quite late on a Sunday evening. If they don't have any hot chocolate left, we'll get a coffee. But yeah, some of the best, possibly the best hot chocolate in this part of town. Now, tonight, it's November the 6th. So from here on in, it's pretty much plain sailing all the way to Christmas. If you're watching this outside the UK, on November the 5th here we have Guy Fawkes night, aka bonfire night, aka fireworks night. In 1605, a chap called Guy Fawkes and his gang plotted to blow up the Houses of Parliament and kill the then king, assassinate the king with gunpowder. The plot was foiled. Guy Fawkes was found in the cellar of the House of Lords, guarding the gunpowder, and ever since, foiling the plot has been celebrated, rather ironically, by setting fire to things and blowing stuff up. Generally have a big bonfire, put an effigy of Guy Fawkes on top, set fire to it, and then have a big bonfire. Kind of overshadows Halloween a little bit here. It's why Halloween's probably never become quite as big as it is in the States. But yeah, well, that was yesterday, fireworks night, Guy Fawkes night, bonfire night. Today is the 6th of November, so after today, really the only other event is Armistice Day, which is the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, and there will be a 2-minute silence remembering, well, traditionally remembering the war dead from the First World War, but today it remembers the dead from all conflict, and followed by Remembrance Sunday. However, other than that, plain sailing to Christmas. It's actually, if you're in this part of town at that, on the 11th hour, the 11th day, the 11th month, you can hear I wouldn't say you can hear a pin drop, but you can hear Big Ben for a long way. A lot of people stop whatever it is they're doing. A lot of businesses will observe the 2-minute silence. So right, I'm going to head to Herman Ze German, which is just here. Then we'll go and get hot chocolate in Soho, and then the final destination is Christmas. Starting to get the snivels already. It is freezing out tonight. It's been raining a little bit as well, so hopefully it will stay dry just long enough to check out. The light's been switched on. I think this year they've been switched on by the legend Craig David. Now many of you are probably thinking, who? I wouldn't blame you for that. He famously met a girl on Monday, took her for a drink on Tuesday. They were making love on Wednesday, again on Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and then they chilled on Sunday. If it's still not ringing any bells, he was a pop star, shot to fame in the late 90s, early noughties. Snivels. And yeah, turns out he didn't just disappear. So wherever washed up pop stars disappear, carried on grafting. Launched sixth album this year. It shot to #1. And now he's turning on Christmas lights, as opposed to many of the washed up pop stars from his generation that will be entertaining kids in Panto this Christmas here in town. Right, Herman Ze German. It looks like a joke, but beyond, they obviously have a sense of humour. Beyond that, they do actually take what they do very seriously. They import some of the best ingredients, and yeah, they are pretty good. Okay, standard Bratwurst from Herman Ze German. How festive. Smells like reindeer. Tastes like Christmas. Definitely recommend a trip there. Right, now let's I'm going to eat this, walk over to Soho, get some hot chocolate from one of the best places in town, and then Christmas lights. So let's go. As I was saying, I'm going to have to improvise a little bit with festive food and drink tonight. You can see that behind me. That is Leicester Square Gardens. and under construction is one of London's Christmas markets. So in a matter of days that'll be complete, the hoarding will come down and be open for business as a Christmas market. Right, heading on to Soho. Okay, this is Sed. I'm guessing it's pronounced Sed. It's the oldest chocolate factory in Rome, founded in 1923. The Italians probably pronounce that word with a lot more passion and flair than us Brits, but yeah, in English that word's pronounced Sed. Queue out the door right now. Hopefully I can get a hot chocolate to go. If not, coffee. But yeah, definitely the reason there's a queue at the door, best hot chocolate in town. Okay, hot chocolate to go. I've got hazelnut. The queue's got even longer since I've been in there. It's so cold out, the camera's getting so cold. It's just misting over inside the chocolate shop. Let's give this a go. Oh yeah, I think the queue speaks volumes for how good their hot chocolate is. Just see what it kind of tastes like. Chocolate sponge pudding. It's delicious. Right. Yeah, whenever you're in town, I mean, that's open all year long. But yeah, obviously, it's hot chocolate's kind of festive. Super popular, especially with Italians. Can't blame it. It's delicious. Right, let's head over to Oxford Street. The event starts about 6:15. I'm not going to be able to share too much of the pop stars dancing and miming on stage for copyright reasons, but hopefully we can check out the moment the lights go live and check out this year's Christmas decorations. I definitely recommend Said chocolate though. I've got a lot of fierce competition when it comes to chocolates in town, but they haven't got any when it comes to making you a hot chocolate. Right, Oxford Street. First Christmas trees I've seen this season. First of many. Liberties. They haven't got their Christmas windows in yet. But they've got Christmas trees. They have. They have got some, well, it looks like their Christmas windows in that side already. Check those out another day. Christmas windows as a whole. Right, Oxford Street. Okay, welcome to Oxford Street. Obviously we haven't missed the switch on because the lights are there, but they're not on yet. I don't know what the plan is. I'm not sure where the stage is with the button. There are screens everywhere. So just try and find something interesting to watch until the lights go on. I would guess, and this is just a guess, the main event bit will be up by Selfridges. It's the better end of the street. Whether we can make it up there or not, though, is a different story. But I can't get anywhere near the stage, that's for sure. Solid people. I'm not even going to attempt that. Let's go the other way. Successfully made it to the other side of that huge crowd. Knowing the back streets comes in handy. But even towards the end where you can pop out, it was pretty thick with people. It's definitely, even when this isn't going on, it's one of the busiest shopping streets in London. A favourite with tourists, and for those two reasons loathed by Londoners, because it's full of tourists and one of the busiest streets in London. People get run over all day, every day, by buses and taxis. They are planning to pedestrianise it by 2020, I think. Anyway, that's another story. I want to head to Selfridges, see if Selfridges got their Christmas lights in, and hopefully we can watch the lights go on from up there. That's Aston Martin there. Yeah, it is an Aston Martin. If you could like and subscribe, kind of like the idea of a supercar. Not that you can go very far here in town. That's where I'm headed. See Selfridges all lit up. Let's go. Okay, like I thought, it's a lot calmer at this end than the crazy Oxford Circus bit. I thought the stage would be here, but I'm guessing it is actually an Oxford Circus. Mob of fans for the bands that are on stage, so yeah, it's pretty cool down here. I can watch it on stage, I can watch it on the big screen here. And then, whenever they go live. Selfridges looks cool though. That is another video, Selfridges Christmas windows. That is Marks and Spencer's, Oxford Street. It looks like a normal building right now. When you switch the lights on, it would be a whole different building.
I'm the mayor of the greatest city in the world! And Christmas doesn't really begin until the Oxford Street lights are on. Are you ready for the lights to go on? Well, I've got 3 jobs to do before the lights go on. Firstly, to ask you to show your appreciation to Louisa Johnson. And what about the fans? The second task I've got to do is to ask you, look, this year we're trying to raise money for the NSPCC. They do an amazing job with children across London and around our world, so please donate towards a star, dedicate a name towards a star, and give money towards the NSPCC. Now the third thing I have to do is to ask you to show your love for the person who's going to be on shortly to turn on the switch.
I know you use that one.
Now, are you ready for him? Now, this guy is a singer, a songwriter, a record producer, a rapper, and he's here to show the world that London is open. So, I'm going to end now and ask you to, if you can, just with your noise, turn the lights on. Are you ready to break David? What do you reckon?
Oh yeah?
Well, Amy, what do you reckon? Huh? Well, look, they're going to be on shortly, Will, Amy, and Craig. I want to thank you for all you do. This is really
Weren't a lot of noise for Craig David. Kind of went silent.
Thank you very much.
With the kids here and watch the bands, probably thinking, who?
It's easy to make light of Craig David, especially for people like myself who remember him from the first time round. However, it's impossible to dismiss him on the grounds of hard work and tenacity. So, congratulations to Craig David for topping the charts once again.
Okay, Craig David's on stage. Let's go and get a better, longer view of the street. Seeing Craig David on stage is great, but you need to see the lights. So should get a better view of the lights from further back. Perfect. I can see Craig David, I can't hear him. But he's not singing, he's just chatting. Okay, they're all back on stage. They're about to commence the countdown to this year's Christmas lights being switched on. Are you ready? told you that building would look completely different once the lights went on. It might not look like that many people turned out where I was standing. It was pretty relaxed, but I don't know if you can make out that sea of people leaving from around the stage area that must have been somewhere just near Oxford Circus. I would imagine tens of thousands of people in there. That was up there. Okay, back at Oxford Circus, roughly where I began. You can see here the decoration for these little stars at either end. They're the gold and silver round orbs. Now, a lot of you have been asking me if I'll be creating Christmas videos this year. Some of you are so keen, you're even asking before summer had ended. So I guess this is your answer. Yes, I will. This will be the first of many. I don't know if you could see in this video, but all the streets off Oxford Street still yet to switch on their lights. New Bond Street, Regent Street. There's markets under construction, ice rinks. It's such a big celebration in town, it would be impossible to avoid. In fact, it's such a big celebration, there's so much going on, it might be impossible to capture it all. So yes, there's going to be plenty more Christmas videos from now on. So I hope you enjoyed this trip to check out the Oxford Street Christmas lights this year. I'm sure it won't be the last time they'll feature in a video. So until next time, toodles, and I guess let me be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas. Toodles. Okay, I need some new festive channel art. The Rolex Asian. Here one. Could be perfect. Smile.